when you have simply given up in life. You have no fire anymore to take life fully on. And that is the reason why your results are stagnant and you're out of shape mentally, physically, and you're not feeling, looking, performing at your best. Now, after reflecting on the weekend after the back end of a fight, I was sitting thinking why men are struggling to get the results that they want. What is their main reason here? Now, obviously, there's numerous reasons, and there's many problems that are holding men back from achieving results, achieving peace, confidence, and really taking their health and fitness to that next level. What is the one thing that's holding them back? And it's the ability to not be able to control their own mind. The ability to not control their mind. They have forgot that they have the power over this. Now, in forgetting that, they have given up all their power, their focus, their desire to be more, to do more, to have more, and they have lost the courage to dare. The courage to dare. Dare to be great. And that is why most men are not achieving the results that they want. That's why if you're watching this and you're out of shape, your confidence isn't at a level you wanted to be at, you're not feeling, looking for your best, it's because you've lost the courage to dare. Now, the truth is, when you're trying to be more, you're trying to become a self-leader in your own life, you're trying to build your business, or whatever it is that you're doing at the moment, you're going to feel and experience a mixture of emotions. The men of today who are not achieving results they want are living too comfortable. So when they feel an emotion or experience something that isn't comfort, they immediately revert back to their old ways. They retreat back to the old ways of behaviours. Because they've not conditioned themselves to walk through the fire. They've not conditioned themselves to walk through the fire and have the courage to dare. Years and years and years of living in this sweet, comfortable way has caused their mind to be built up in a way that just portrays weakness. Their intricate thought patterns, the way they act, how they believe themselves to be, what they believe they're capable of doing. There's a max ceiling on it because they've lost the ability to have the courage to dare. Men, if you're watching this and you want to become the best man that you possibly can be, if you want to develop your self-confidence, if you want to get in elite shape, if you want to walk with more authority and just take life on, you're going to have the courage to dare. Which means you're going to come up against it. And you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with being in that moment that's a high pressurized situation and be able to walk through it regardless on how you feel. And if you master this, if you continually show up day after day and face your fears, something will begin to happen. You will access freedom. Now, what is freedom? Freedom is the ability to walk in your authority and walk in a demeanour that you've created, that you've built from your own mind, from your own desires, and you're trying to achieve your own outcome without any influence that is in contrast with that on trying to pull you off the path. To me, that's freedom. To live a life that you want to live. Not about having specific things, but being who you want to be. Not letting fear control your every move. Not letting fear control your life. But after sitting down and reflecting on a successful weekend and a successful year, I've been able to see firsthand how that's happened. I've put a lot of work in, especially this year. I've made many sacrifices. I've felt many emotions, but I've had the courage to dare. And I've kept that, I've gripped tight on it. And I've made that and put that at the forefront of my mind. And that's going to be the difference from you winning, from you losing, from you growing, or from you declining. And if you lose that, you're done. If you lose the ability to have the courage to dare, you're done in this life. You're done as far as I'm concerned when it comes to your growth. Because all you're going to do after that is seek comfort, is seek an easy life, is seek avoidance of the truth. And you'll seek vices, and you'll seek the easy way out. Development can happen no other way than walking through the fire and having the courage to dare. So men, hold up the mirror and ask yourself, what has truthfully been holding you back? And if you revert to blaming someone else for your shortcomings, your failures, your mistakes, then you still have to go a long way. Because again, before you can achieve the results you want or build the awareness that you need, the first door that you have to go for as a man is self-accountability. Only then you'll have access to the ability to see the truth on a whole new level. But if you're still one of those men who are blaming circumstances, people, shortcomings, your weaknesses for your failures or your ability to not show up to life, then you have a long way to go. But for the men who are ready and willing to become better, have the courage to dare and never let anyone take that away from you. And in fact, no one can take that away from you unless you let them. So every day, build on who you are, become the man you want to be, and take effective action day in and day out, and have the courage to dare.